guest today is a remarkable woman on so many different levels. She's a successful designer and stylist who has worked with some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. And through her personal hardship, she has been able to help women all over the world and has been honored with the City of Hope Spirit of Life Award. Now, you may recognize her as one of your favorite housewives from the hit reality show, The Real Housewives of New York. Would you please welcome Heather Thomson?
So happy to be here.
It is so good to see you. Thank you. You too. Okay, I love shoes, and I know.
Oh, right. I mean,
yeah,
look
they
out.
work, girl.
They just keep making them higher
and higher and higher.
I know it's good for us short girls. I don't know for us 8'5", 8.5 girls.
I say go for it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay, now before you did Housewives, you did all this incredible designing. Where did that all come from?
You know, I came from an artistic family, and I kind of grew up that way. And then I went to school for business because I figured, oh, I got the creative thing down. I want to be a businesswoman.
Boy, to have both of those is
really good. And then I graduated, and I wanted creative back. So, you know, I was always making my own clothes as a kid, and so I started designing intimate apparel for a company called Cypress Apparel out of Great Barrington, Massachusetts, where I grew up, and went to Tommy Hilfiger from there, and went to Ralph Lauren jeans from there, and Calvin Klein, and, you know, got really into fashion and designing.
And then where did you say, okay, I'm going to start designing for, you know, whatever? How did you make your connections?
Oh, well, you know, I applied for the jobs just like, you know, everybody else, and I think the edge was because I didn't have a fashion degree, so I wasn't Nine Heads Illustrated trained, so my drawings weren't as beautiful, but I had the business sensibility, you know, so I wasn't just a designer that said, oh, I make delicious, fabulous things. I was like, I want to make things that sell. I want to make things that people can use.
Marketing.
Yeah, so I think that edged me out, you know, when I didn't have the degree, and I got the job, and then I proved myself in the job.
Very cool. You're a hard worker.
I am a hard worker.
Yes,
I like hard work. I like working.
So, because you were so successful, when Real Housewives approached you, you were a little bit apprehensive about doing it. Is that why, or?
Well, I was apprehensive because I wasn't at all clued in that they were even looking at me or interested in me. So when I got the phone call at my desk, I thought they wanted to put Yummy Tummy on the show somehow. I don't know why I thought that. And they were like, no, we want you on the show. You know, we like you for Yummy Tummy, but we really like you. And I said, oh, I don't think I'm your girl for, you know, the Housewives of New York. And they said, well, why not? I said, well, I've seen the show, and I'm like a real businesswoman, and I'm really working, and I don't have a big
I'm really working.
not that some, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't.
Yeah.
A lot of them are really home, you know, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, because I think being home is a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. But I don't have a big alimony check, and I don't have some of the things that we saw on the show. And so I just was surprised that they wanted me, and then they explained to me why, that they really wanted to showcase real working women and show that side of a New Yorker's life. And so I kind of fit the bill.
Very good. So what made you decide to change and to do the show?
Well, it was three things. The first thing was I had just launched a new company called Yummy Tummy by Heather Thomson. Yep, and it was just, you know, 4 years, barely 4 years young, and
which is young.
It's really young, you know, for a brand. The big brands that you guys know the names are 10 and 12 years old at the least, you know. So a smaller brand's coming up. The biggest challenge is brand awareness, and we don't have $10 million quarterly advertising budgets and things like that. So
to help people become aware of the line.
To let you know that it exists and it's out there. So while I was listening, my business head was ticking, and I said, how many million viewers did you say? Well, that sounds good.
Oh,
you know,
free marketing.
2.9 million. Okay. And then it was my son Jax. You know, Jax had a liver transplant at 6 months old, and organ donation is clearly near and dear to my heart, and it is a...
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Angel.
Sorry, Giants. Next season. We were rooting hard.
Aww.
So that's Jax. He's 8 years old now. He was 6 months old when he received an organ donation, a donated liver, and it saved his life. And yeah. So it's the most.
Were you at the Children's Hospital there in New York?
I actually did it at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. Yeah, we're with Yale New Haven now. We followed our surgeon.
Right.
And but they're great. Mount Sinai is an amazing hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many amazing doctors out there, and they can't do their work without the donor, though. So if you need an organ in order to live, you need a donor. And we're giving too many living donations today, and that is scary because you take a perfectly healthy person when you can. We can't give our heart, but we can give a piece of our liver. You know, you can give a kidney. And I don't like that. And I know doctors don't like that because it goes against a little bit. Taking a perfectly healthy person and cutting into them is hard. But if it's going to save a life, that's what the doctor's bill says, right? You're meant to save a life. So if you have an organ, yeah, I agree. Thank you. If you have a donated organ because unfortunately someone's life has ended too early, but their organs are healthy, we certainly don't need them when we die. So leave them here because so many people do need them, and you can save a life in your death.
And how is your son?
He's doing really good. I mean, Jax has his challenges.
Right.
You know, he's got immunosuppression, and so he catches the cold, and it becomes nastier than the average guy's cold. But he is resilient and strong and tough, and he's our soldier, and he's great. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Yeah. You know, they bring a lot of things. Children bring a lot of different things. You had, I heard this anyway, that you had put on 65 pounds.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my gosh, we relate, girl. I put 65 on with every kid.
I know. And did you eat differently? Because it's just my DNA.
I tried so hard. And in that last 3 months, boom!
Yes, I mean, it was.
Yeah. It just,
people were almost like, it's like awkward when they look at you. They're like, are you having twins? And
I was triplets.
Yeah, honestly, and I only had one inside at 65.
No, I had one, but I look like.
Oh, okay, fine, yeah. So I said, no, I'm only having one. And I remember one woman said to me, are you sure? Wow. Yeah, I'm sure, thanks. We can listen to more than the heartbeat these days. We can look.
But you lost. That really kind of got you into a whole nother area, Miss Marketer.
Yes.
So you lost this. You lost how many pounds before you started the line?
Well, the rose-colored glasses were off, as they say, and I lost about 30 pounds after I had the baby, but I had like 30 pounds left to lose, and that was the first.
No, I had 65 to lose after the baby.
Yeah, it's tough, and you kind of get big all over, but you only notice your belly, and then when the baby comes out, for those of you who have had one, you're left with a beautiful deflated inner tube around your midsection.
So because you had the extra weight, that's really how you started the line, right?
Yeah, 100%. I started it as a selfish initiative because I had this weight loss, and I went to the shapewear department as a consumer to boost my confidence, you know, to kind of get me back to fighting weight. And
you say you went to the shapewear department?
Yeah, the shapewear department.
Oh, in other words, to design it.
No, I went to the store as a consumer.
Oh.
So I went in there shopping for shapewear. I was like, Mama needs some help. And so, yeah, and I went in there and I was literally aghast at my choices. I was like, these literally are my grandma's girdles. Like, this place is frozen in time.
Or what they do sometimes is they just go woof, and you look like a sausage.
Well, yeah, and we're not sausages.
You know?
We're not sausages, ladies. We don't need casings.
Shove it in and zip
exactly.
it up.
Or like an ace bandage, you know? I mean, not pretty. And so I was disappointed, but I scarfed up a bunch of them anyway. And then I got caught putting one on by my husband. And that really was.
Let's get a close-up of that face.
And it was like with a tear rolling down my face. I just said, there's got to be a better way. And I just knew what I wanted. And so I put that consumer hat to the side, and I put on my designer hat, and I did what I know how to do. And I cut up all the bad ones I didn't like, and I cut up a tank top that was in my closet, and I put the spandex in the middle, the cotton at the top, the cotton at the bottom, and I put it on, and I was happy.
Good.
Yeah, and that's Yummie Tummy. That's how it started. And I have 11 patents on that 3-panel tank today. So,
wow.
Yeah, the government patented it. Now I'm an inventor. I couldn't understand why shapewear had to be so painful. You know what I mean? I'm like, why and so ugly? It's like, why can't it be pretty and functional? Why can't fashion and function live harmoniously together in confidence boosting, you know, products that any man or woman, for that matter, would love to peel off.
Okay, so here's a question. You're a busy woman. You have a very full life. I understand those things, but you're very intuitive.
Yeah.
And that happens with Jax too, wasn't it? I mean, here you're going through all this. You're busy. You're doing your designing and everything else, but you knew intuitively.
I did.
Kind of like what women need.
Yes, it's true. When Jax was born, he wasn't breathing, and the doctor said, "Oh, it takes a minute to transition." And I said, "No, there's no. He is sick. He's not breathing. You have to get help right away." And I was like, "Help my baby," you know. And the doctor was like, "It's okay." I'm like, "It's not okay." And I knew intuitively when I designed Yummie Tummy and I put that 3-panel tank on, I knew that women out there needed it too. I knew it. I just knew it.
You're very intuitive.
And so, yeah.
Have you always been that way?
I think we have that as women. I do. I think women's intuition is something you don't mess with. I think it's real. And a mother's intuition is the realest. Women just have that kind of third, sensibility, or that third eye, whatever you want to call it, where when we feel something first, sometimes before it happens. And whether it's a terrible situation like a sick child, or it's just knowing a trend, knowing that there's something out there, you kind of got to stick to your guns when you know it.
I think that's great advice for women. Follow their.
Too bad we couldn't use it for the lotto.
Follow your gut.
Yeah, literally.
Follow your gut. Exactly. When we return, Heather is going to show us how to not only look fit, but to live and be fit.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. Thank you. We'll be right back. That looks really good. Yeah. We are back with Heather Thomson. What's that? I love it. I'm like, we're back, and she goes, no, and it lifts the girl.
We're talking about
I like it. So Heather is here, and we're talking about your underwear.
My Yummie Tummy, my Yummie stuff.
Yummie
So
Tummy.
it's really called shapewear traditionally.
So we're coming back, and I'm like, I want this one because look, it sucks you in here, and she goes, it lifts
the girls.
Okay.
This is the 3-panel design that I was talking about. This is the one that I have the patents on. This is the one that I invented, and you can only get it from Yummie Tummy, and that's really exciting.
Okay, so this is the external, but we were talking internal.
Yes.
And what do you do to stay fit? What's good for ladies to do? I know we can hide it, but then we got to maintain it.
Yeah, we have to, because Yummie Tummy, my brand doesn't change who you are, and I'm not a proponent of sitting on the couch and eating Doritos and then putting your shapewear on for your high school reunion. I really think we have to, as women, really take care of our bodies, and Yummie Tummy's here to make you the best you can be. And so the 3-panel tank really does that for the torso. And the Cotton Wow product, I love. This is what I actually work out with at the gym. This is my Joelle tank, and I have the Milan legging and all these great leggings that I actually work out. And so the brand is versatile. And this is a slip that you wouldn't be ashamed to wear that, right?
Oh, see, that's pretty.
Pretty Yummie shapewear.
Very pretty.
I'm going to leave you that one too, Marie.
Oh, good. I'll be putting it on under this dress.
Yeah, but I try to stay active. I have this competition with my husband. We plank off. Have you ever heard of a plank off?
Wait a minute. Is that where they take pictures? I've seen on the internet.
Well,
that's planking.
That sounds like another show.
No, you see them like hanging and looking like planks on things. That's not it, though, right?
Planking comes from like a yoga pose, and what it is it's core strengthening.
Oh yeah.
So I can show you how to do it if you want.
I'm game.
Okay. We're in our dresses. Should we plank?
In our dresses. In our high heels.
Gotta push and pull it back.
So what are we doing?
We're gonna be planking in high heels. It's gonna be a whole new sport.
So you can do this. Try this at the office.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's basically like a push-up, and what it's going to do is it strengthens almost every muscle in your body. And the key and the competition is you put a watch in front of you and you hold the plank for as long as you can.
Oh, I'm gonna.
My husband's beat me by like 30 seconds, but I'm coming after him. So you literally.
I don't have great arms.
Get on the floor like this, just like you would in a push-up position.
Okay.
Are we decent, everyone?
I don't know.
And you literally hold it just like this. You hold it. I know you can see just like you're in.
Are your legs straight in the back?
The legs are straight in the back. You're strong, just like a push-up, and then keep your back straight. Yep. And you hold that for as long as you can.
So how is life?
How you doing?
Tell me what's going on the Housewives.
There's no planking going. Actually, Luann and Jacques plank. They do. They plank too. Yeah, absolutely. So it's a fun competition, and my kids get involved. And the longer you can hold it, and you know what? 2 minutes is a long time to hold it. It starts to hurt. I've been practicing. That's it.
And that's
it's
all
just
you
a
do,
fun,
huh?
easy exercise, and it's good for your breath and good
Well,
for
I
your
don't know
arms.
about easy.
See, it isn't easy.
Well,
It looks.
no, it's just strength.
Yeah, it's just strength training, and core strength is really important for women, and our bone strength is important. And
now getting up is really important too. Now there's another exercise.
There's another exercise I do, and one of those is because we're so busy and we've got so much going on every day. Nighttime is sometimes a hard time to power down, but our sleep is so important to us.
I think it's one of the most crucial things that women,
Me
and
too.
it's a very hard thing to do with your hormones and
Yes.
your life and the stress in your mind. And
You can gain weight from not sleeping
Yes,
right.
that's
You know
true.
what I mean? You really can.
your cortisol will just pack it on here if you're not sleeping.
You look cute in that dress. I like that
Thank
dress.
you. You look cute in that
She looks cute, right? I love that.
You're so funny.
So I do this before bed, and I gotta take. I'm gonna take off my shoes so I can show you what
Here,
you
do
with
it
your
right up
toes.
here on this part of the wall.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay, so if you take those off, you're not getting them back.
I'll take one off. Sorry.
Okay, those are
so,
good.
Aren't they cute?
What size do you wear?
38. So, or an 8, size 8. Okay, so you put your toe on the wall like this, so you really stretch that toe. And anything that you do in your hips, you have no idea how much stress we hold in our hips. So anything that you can do to kind of stretch your hips out and your spine, put your hands way up, put your forehead and nose against the wall.
it.
And it wasn't me.
Okay.
And you just put your nose and your forehead against the wall, and you just hold it, and you just breathe, and you focus, and you breathe.
Is this another yoga thing?
Yeah, it's a yoga thing, and it's called the Restorative Pose, and it relaxes you, and it's a great way to get ready for bed. Yeah.
Well, nobody will talk to you, that's for sure.
So this is me without heels. This is me with heels. Without.
How cool is that? That's
Yeah, isn't that
terrific.
good? And so there's little things you can do. Exercise doesn't have to be so daunting.
I agree
You know,
with you
you don't have to be a triathlete. You know, you can do things just to keep your heart going and keep your health
I do
going.
breathing exercises, and I see. I mean, you can feel. I have a very. I'm really.
Yeah, well, because of the
You do a
singing.
lot of core just
Yeah.
from breathing.
Yeah.
Okay, so really quick, just tell us
Yeah.
where can we find your
Yummy Tummy.
items?
Hold me up
Hold
on my
your hand.
stilts. Yummy Tummy is at yummylife.com, Nordstrom, Bloomingdale, Saks Fifth Avenue. Go out to your finest department stores. It'll be there waiting for you.
It's so cute. And for more information, go to our website if you need that information as well. We'll be right back. Thank you very much.